Hello everyone, it's Steve Williams with the Credit Repair Shop. Again, I got the phone in the right position. My daughter told me I need to have it up higher than I did last time. I wanted to put some answers on the questions. I wanted to answer some questions that people had about the last video that I did about co-signing. The reasons why is because a lot of the times, almost if you look at the stats on it, almost 9 times out of 10 when you co-sign for someone, they don't follow through and you get stuck with the bill. Now here are the solutions that you would use to get out of, well, I won't say get out of it, to resolve it. We see these all the time, every day in our office. And the big reason why the person that co-signed gets stuck with the bill is because they just repoed it from that other individual. They're trying to get the money from them also, but they know that that person is in bad financial situation. So they're going to get a quick judgment against them, and then they're going to start the actions against the person that co-signed, because they're going to feel that the person that co-signed had good credit or so-so credit, and they care more about their credit, so they're going to go after them. Now, the solution with dealing with, let's say, a repo first, is you would have to ask for all the paperwork pertaining to the vehicle when it was sold at auction. You need to make sure that it was sold for less than what they're trying to come after you for. Because if they're, and you need to rectify that balance against what the loan balance was and what was sold at auction. We've seen where they've sold cars that were higher end vehicles for more than what was owed on the loan. That doesn't happen in all cases, but it can happen. You need to make sure that there's no insurance against the individual, that if they defaulted on the loan, that the loan was paid by an insurance. And these are little riders that are put onto car loans that people don't usually know about, and it's ways for the dealer to make extra money. So you need to make sure that there was nothing to pay off the vehicle if something happened. And then if that's not the case, then after you get the paperwork and you see what's sold on the vehicle after it was sold at auction, then you can negotiate a settlement to pay that balance off. That's really the only solution. You're not going to be able to run from it. They'll end up getting a judgment, and the strategy now when they get a judgment is to start to garnish your wages. So they're gonna get it no matter what. But if you get ahead of the game and you call them up, or have a company like ours call them up and start working out a deal, it can save you a lot of money, headaches, and save you points going down on your credit report. Now, when it comes to co-signing for someone for a lease, on a lease on an apartment or condo or whatever, you need to get the contract, look over the contract, and then request the closing statement. That's what all is owed after they fixed the property and got it back into the rental condition. And then when they re-rented it. A lot of people don't know that when they re-rent, even if you signed up for a year lease and you left it after 6 months, you do not have to pay the other 6 months if they leased it out, the next month, or whenever they leased it out, they cannot come after you for that legally. Now, the reasons why they get over on that is because people run from them and they let them go to court and get a judgment. When the person doesn't show up, the judge is going to automatically put the amount that they put on there because you were not there to fight against it. So, best case scenario is to get ahead of it if you know that the person walked away from the lease and you need to figure out some type of settlement with them. But you first get the paperwork to see when they re-rented it, and then you would work out a settlement on the month or the 2 months or the 3 months that it was vacant. They do have a right to that. If a judgment has been placed on your report because no one went to court to fight anything, then the next step is to contact them, let them know the situation, still request when it was rented out, so you would have some type of justification on when you start to get into the settlement phase. And then once you have that amount from when it was rented out, how much they claim to get the property back into rental condition, then you can start working on a settlement proposal. You're not going to run from it. Some of the companies may choose to start garnishing your wages. And with the new rules that are coming out about how collection agencies are going to be able to go after you, it would be wise for you to open up the communications and start settling those accounts, because the rules are starting to go so much to the other side against the consumers. The way that the government is right now, they don't care about any consumer rights. It's going to be all about big business and what they want to do, and they're going to be able to walk all over people. And you're going to need companies like ours that are going to at least try to work out favorable conditions to be able to relieve some of these debts. And so if you got any other questions, leave your comments, whatever you want to leave. We like them, we read them, we respond to them, and I hope you have a great day. Again, this is Stephen Williams with the creditrepairshop.com. Thanks.